Hi, my name is Monica and welcome to Guru Grit, a place for learning and learning about how the world really works, which is something I'm very passionate about. So if you'd like to know more, you can find me on medium.com/gurugrit, TikTok videos, or just email me. My email is linked to this account. You can ask me questions. So this couldn't even wait until the weekend. I had to jump at the chance because I was feeling so feisty after I read a recent comment from a viewer in regards to having their desire dampened and questioning the entire law. So obviously made me feel as fiery as my lovely chili plant here, even though I'm dressed like the world's most tame elementary school teacher. But here goes. The viewer wrote in and said they had been excited about manifesting a specific person for some time. And then they came across a single TikTok, which I'm assuming was no more than a minute long, that said that the whole notion of manifestation and attraction was a bunch of hooey and pseudoscience and all these other things, and that it really discouraged them. So they felt their desire had dampened. They were wanting that person to text them. They were feeling needy. They were not themselves. And so now they're not really sure what to do. They're kind of at a crossroads. So I've got some good news for you. The law is real and it exists for all of us. There are no exceptions, including the people who doubt it. So including those people. Why? Because whatever you believe, it's going to reflect back to you your own belief. Like I said, the lack of a belief is still a belief. So if you had no belief in a higher power, you would meet and mirror other people who think the same things as you. And using science to do it is really funny to me because anybody who's ever made any kind of invention or scientific discovery did it from a place of belief and not knowing. Because they had no way of knowing because they hadn't found it yet. Isn't that so fun? Therefore, people who believe that it's nothing more than a dream will literally attract evidence of the lack of its existence. That's how potent and accurate it is. And people who believe that it exists will attract evidence of its existence. People who are unconscious will attract evidence of their unconsciousness, and so forth. And as Abraham says, there is not a shred of evidence to the contrary, and there really isn't. Take, for example, you're younger, and you're at a party, or you're at a party now, and you're in a, gregarious mood. You're feeling larger than life. What do? What do? You attract other people. And you're in a circle having a conversation. The quiet people are in their corner, the shy people are in their corner, the lively people are up to their shenanigans, and so forth. Like attracts like. Abraham says that which is likened to itself is drawn. And there are just no exceptions, and that's it. So people who think it's a bunch of nonsense will meet other people who think it's a bunch of nonsense. Or people who are shaky in their faith. I'm firm in my faith, so there's nothing you can say to me. And there's nothing I would say to you, because I'm solid in what I believe. I don't care what anybody else believes. That's just how it is. So a good, for me, like let's say astrology. I like astrology. So for me, I can see the evidence of it. I can even see the free will of it. I can see how you can use it to maximize your life. If someone doesn't believe it, it's not my job to convince them. My job is to be good at what I like doing. Their job is the same. But if they want to be my business, that's their business. It's not my business. I'm in my business. And so forth. So what you give power to becomes empowered. So start to empower yourself. That's a very good starting point. So naturally, these mechanisms, like the universe I think of as a big machine, just has one function. It's a creation of the creator, just as you and I are. And we have our function. Our function is to create. Its function is output. It takes what we imagine, what we think about, what we feel, what we dream of, and tries to send you signals of it, and to the degree that you're able to let them in. Now, that's the first thing. So don't worry about what anyone else says, because it's real for them. They validate it for themselves, just as you should validate it for yourself, what you feel and what you think, and so forth. As far as having it dampen your desire, you can always get it back. You can always get it back. It's never lost, ever. Sometimes people, this is why I don't enjoy the notion of things like child work, inner child work. Speaking of children, you see some lively ones, you can hear them playing. Shadow work, etc. Because if you go back, you have no reason to stop. You'll just keep going back. Once you start hinting at childhood, there's no end. Then you get into past lives, and all you do is live in the past as opposed to living in the now and creating your future. But the same thing goes when a love affair seems to go sideways. We talk about all the times it went sideways. get it back on track. Think about it right now. Okay, you fell out of contact, you're feeling needy, so what? You can get your power back in this very moment. And you know what? I'm glad you saw that TikTok. Because now when you regain your strength and your power, nothing will have the ability to shake you ever again. It was just like a taste of what could happen, and you in that message you clearly express that you don't prefer that. So from now on, if you don't prefer it, you don't pay attention to things like that and they won't show up anymore. It literally came just to make you stronger so you could feel even better and more sure of yourself in the days, weeks, months, and years to come. So I would express thankfulness for that and think how funny this silly little thing of a few seconds came up on my phone. It threw me off my center. I lost my equilibrium. And now when I get it back, it's never going to happen again. And one day you're going to look, maybe a week from now, you're going to look back and just laugh at it. It's just going to make you laugh. So get it back. You can get back to that place always, at any time. Every moment is a new moment. So don't worry about it. Time is an illusion anyway. So just forget about it. Forget that you ever saw it. Forget that you ever had a falling out. You're now living in the ideal scene. And then watch how the evidence of that pours in for you. Just how evidence of people who disregard these things pours in for them. Because there's only one function of the big machine, and that's to work, to put out evidence, to put out proof. But it puts it out wherever you think it from. So if you think it from a place of belief, that's what you see. Disbelief, that's what you see, and so forth. I hope this helps. I hope it makes you feel better, and you've nothing to worry about ever. You're on the right track, you're on the right path. Choose your own side. You see or hear something that doesn't vibe with you, it's not for you. Be on your own team. Make friends with the facts that are for you. So I wish you all the best. Have a wonderful weekend and a good start to the week or whenever you're seeing this. And I'll see you next time. Take care.